Welcome to episode 4 of Off the Cuff. Today we're going to be talking about the reality of being blue collar. Ooh, scary. So, I started as an electrician's apprentice at 18. So fresh out of the gate, fresh out of high school, we got straight to it, straight to business, no playing around. And I've been doing this for almost a year now, and I've learned a lot along the way, and I'd like to share what I've learned and what's good about going straight from high school and what's bad about it. Alright, what's good about it? Well, you get hands-on experience, which you do not really get going to college. You get a textbook, and from what I'm told, textbook and a lot of busy work. And busy work is really not my thing. I prefer learning a real skill and just getting to work right away, no debt, besides, well, the obvious debt. But besides this debt, I really don't have anything else to really worry about, because I still live with my parents. And I make a decent amount right now. I'm not saying it's crazy, not trying to flex, but I do make a good amount of money. And right now the main goal is paying off this bad boy. But the good and the bad. We already went over that you get real world experience, and you don't have to deal with textbook until you go to school for said trade. The only thing I will say is, if you're gonna go blue collar, learn a trade, just don't go work on a construction site. You will make a little bit more just being a laborer out of the gate for like a big company, just because they need those extra bodies on the job site. But if you go with, say, carpentry, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, those 4, you will always have work. And once you get that certification after you go to school for 4 years, you will literally be employable wherever you go, even if you go outside of the US. So that's another thing, is you get a lot more job security with going the blue collar route. One second. Oh, that's so cool. I love it when people do that. Well, anyways, let's see. We talked about basically the good, job security. And if you also have ADHD like me, you're gonna stay moving, and it's just gonna be good for you overall. Like, I used to play basketball all the time, and I still run, and I still do a lot of cardio. I still go to the gym. And what people don't realize is, yeah, for the first year, it's really hard to work out and go to your job every day as a blue collar worker, because you are working with your body all day. But you gain a type of work capacity that you will never get from a office job or anything like that. And if you pair that with driving a manual, you get even more work capacity. But trust me, it does get tiring, but it's all worth it. But yeah, those are basically all the goods. Besides, well, you just kind of form a deeper bond with your coworkers, because you're literally struggling with them sometimes. And that segues perfectly into some of the bad, and we'll talk about that now. Number 1, you're gonna struggle. Like, there are just gonna be days that are not good. You're gonna have days that just really suck. And then you're also gonna have days where you feel like you're on top of the world, you can do everything, you know everything that's going on. And then there are other days where you're like, I don't know what's going on at all. And that's perfectly okay. It's okay to not know what's going on. One thing I will say is, try your best to not act like a child. Do not act like a child, and don't complain, don't cry about it. Just maybe swear a couple times, and then keep keep on trucking along, you know? I think Buddy wanted to pass me. No, not around here, partner. Anyways, yeah, that's the main bad, is you're just gonna struggle. I mean, not bad, but whatever. You're really gonna struggle. And if you go into a trade that takes a lot of mental effort, it's okay not to know things. But what's not okay is to not ask questions. And I didn't ask questions at first because I am a little bit of a prideful individual. So asking questions was not exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to say, oh, yes, boss, I get that. But don't do that. I would highly advise asking as many questions as you physically can. And there are some questions that you will learn to ask later that you were like, oh, I really should have asked that question earlier. And that's perfectly okay. You will learn to ask certain questions. And also, if you have apprentices around you that have just a little bit more experience, ask them questions. Because guaranteed, they're going to have the answers to questions that they didn't ask, but they had to struggle through. So it's very important that you just ask those questions. And it doesn't even matter if it's a dumb question. Just ask the question. But I am very lucky. I work for a small electrical company. And we have a great group of guys, and they teach me quite a bit. And yeah, if you're gonna get into the trades, if you want to make money, go with a big company, but you're gonna have a much worse time overall actually doing the things. Like, you're not gonna be able to communicate with, like, you're not gonna be able to make a tight bond with your coworkers like you would in a small company like I'm at. So, and you also get a little bit more job security with a small company. I'd like to talk about that as well. But we will talk about that in another video. Why going with a smaller company might be right for you. Well, anyways, guys, overall, blue collar definitely is the way for some people. Some people like to use their head more than their hands, and that's okay. But anyways, have a good day, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one.